Yeah, it's all been like extremely gamified, the entire ecosystem for most of these exchanges and these currencies. And I don't mean in the sense of video game, I mean in the sense of game theory. That's where the whole 3-3 model comes from. We're trying to get people to both act in their own best economic interest and align that economic interest with like the goods of the community.
Yeah, and you could probably say we're trying to change what their best interest actually is. Like because when we launched on Canto and we got up to around 20 million TVL. The things are going good, but over time, just having like these pure liquid emissions just kind of grinds the project down, especially in like a beer market. Yeah, I think that like everything that we've done has been like like all of the changes that we've made over this past year have been a reaction to something that we actually experienced, like to different problems that we found. And I think in general, the idea of just giving away emissions just purely liquid, is kind of isn't as it's not as sustainable as adding a little bit more kind of game theory to it.
So eventually, you guys had Velocimeter as a functional DEX, and that's on Phantom, correct? It's an FVM.
Yeah, Canto, then Phantom, then Base, then Mantle. Well, we were originally planning on deploying on Arbitrum. That was our original plan when we were building, and we sort of pivoted to Canto because at that time Canto was really hot and it was kind of cool. Yeah, and so the order after that, Phantom, probably we both Caesar and I sort of done a lot of stuff on Phantom as users and stuff like that, and working with other protocols on Phantom. When we launched on Phantom, we launched with like 5 partners. They're all kind of Phantom original, like OG Phantom native kind of protocols from the last cycle, like Liquid Driver, Scream, Tarot
Okay. Again,
protocols.
I'm not super familiar with the Phantom ecosystem, so most of that is almost entirely new to me. You've brought up Caesar a couple of times. We talked a little bit before we started recording. What is your relationship with Caesar? He's the YouTube channel guy.
Yep.
He's
Yeah.
launched gold pieces on Graphene. How did you guys meet?
And we met in 2020, 2021. We were working, we basically started a DAO called Creator DAO,
Okay.
content creators. So we worked with a lot of protocols doing content marketing campaigns for them
Okay.
during in the last cycle. So that's how we got to know each other. And well, most people know him from just like yeah videos that they watch. This is how they kind of learnt about a protocol, or
Yeah.
like. But yeah, a lot of people have heard say, "Oh yeah, I remember. You're like you're the first guy I watched on YouTube when I started getting into DeFi." Or yeah,
You at some point learned about Carbon DeFi, and at some point after that, you decided that you wanted to approach the project and license the contracts for Carbon DeFi so that you could deploy Graphene. Uh, how did you hear about Carbon DeFi, and like what led you down that road?
Caesar mentioned it, and we started looking into it, and yeah, thought it was awesome. So and then we it took us a little while to realize that we could also do the overlapping orders as well, like a concentrated liquidity solution, which we'd been looking for as well. So
So you
yeah,
guys have plans to deploy. You've already deployed Graphene.
so it's live on base with like operational on base with the fast lane protocol as well. Next is Phantom, um, and yeah, and then I it like we our plan is to deploy on every chain, deploy alongside Velocimeter V4 on any new chain that we go to. Um, so that'd be Mantle, and we've got a few others in the pipeline at the moment.